Lancaster Country Club is celebrating its 125th year anniversary. We're here to take a look back at its past and see what the future behind these doors holds. Let's go.
At 125 years old, Lancaster Country Club continues to shine, and I think will only get better in time.
We have a world-class golf course that is part of a family club. You know, every time I have the opportunity to be out here on this property and on this golf course, I pinch myself.
It's something you're going to walk away and remember the experience, remember the golf course, and hopefully remember the way you were treated when you were here.
At the outset, Lancaster hired John Reed to lay out a 9-hole course on 22 acres of land. By 1910, the club had acquired an additional 60 acres, expanded to 18 holes, and soared in popularity. Lancaster hired the legendary William Flynn to lay out an additional 9 holes and to remodel the course's existing footprint in 1919.
He was way ahead of his time in terms of trying to take into account technology and how the game was going to advance. You know, the golf ball he knew was going to get better. I think he knew the players were going to get better. I think he knew equipment was going to improve. And I think he had that in mind when he was putting this in place.
The unique thing about our club is we're on the banks of the Conestoga, and the topography of the land is really a one-of-one in terms of, I think, what makes this golf course so unique. And as you plot your way around it, there's not a single hole that's like another out here. Each one of them has some very unique characteristics, I think, which makes the William Flynn design very interesting.
You can find Flynn's drawings among the relics on display in Lancaster's Heritage Hall.
For us, Chuckaroo golf bags, which were wonderful.
Robin Robertson, a Lancaster member since 1969, led the initiative to showcase the club's history.
We were up in the attic one day looking for something, and here we found these beautiful trophies, just black. And this was, I guess, in 2010. And we brought them down, and they were polished, and it just started a whole effort of arts and archives. And I approached the membership, and it was like opening up Pandora's box. It's an old jewelry case from New York City, and put glass in it and put a lot of treasures in it and put it in a prominent place, and the members really get a kick out of it. They say, oh, we didn't know, you know? And particularly for the younger members who have no idea, of course, and history's important, and it needs to be recorded.
Included in Lancaster's 125-year history is a pair of national championships. Lancaster hosted the U.S. Women's Open in 2015 and again in 2024.
I never forget on Monday, this was after Pinehurst when they had the previous Open, where Michelle, we won. We had 4,000 people the last day, Sunday. On Monday here, we had 8,000 people for a practice round. And all the pros weren't even here yet. And I heard some of the players, King and I were standing up here, heard some of the players saying, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at all the people. And that's a credit to our community and surrounding communities. You know, whenever we do something here, whether it's a GAP event or a state event, whatever, we always roll out the red carpet. And we had 2,500 volunteers signed up in 30 days.
You know, as I played my first round of golf here and how the river runs through it, the ebbs and flows of the valleys that happen, this was a magical place. And it was a place that I lived by my entire life, but never really got to see what it was, you know, behind the trees and things of that nature. And I think that honestly was the most unique thing about the Women's Open, because it provided an opportunity for the community to come, and they came in droves to see this beautiful golf course and to watch the best players in the world compete, which is the reason that those were the 2 highest attended Women's Opens in the history of those events.
Hopefully our golf course will continue to be top ranked. Our membership is healthy, tremendous amount of younger people coming into the club, which I guess is very important.
With the 125-year-old milestone comes the age-old question: what's next?
Listen, I have the unique opportunity to kind of move the ball just a little bit farther down the road in this wonderfully historic place. I mean, think about it, 125 years, it's a long time.
Reverse the question and ask the Philadelphia person coming out here, why do you like Lancaster? Great golf course, great designer, good history here. And each hole is pretty unique.
We have a chance to be part of history, and we have an opportunity to write that history. So I'm excited about that.
Well, what a wonderful trip that was down memory lane. I can only imagine what the next 125 years will bring right here at Lancaster Country Club. Reporting for GAPTV, I'm Marty Emeno.